Yo, what's good, folkers? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. This is Tyrant's Bane. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy channel, where today on Wednesday, April 21st, 2021, I'm going to talk about Makiya Bryant, okay? Makiya Bryant was killed by a police officer, I believe in Columbus, Ohio, or Dayton, I forgot which. But she was killed by a cop, okay? Now, I had the opportunity to look at the video that took place when she died. And I have to say, man, like watching it in slow motion, I'm gonna get right to it. I think that cop saved that other girl's life. If you look at the video, you slow it down, you see that she has a knife lunging for a girl's throat. She's lunging for the other girl's throat with a knife. And the other girl is clearly like trying to get away. It looks like she looks like she's being attacked by Makiya Bryant. Okay. And if you look at the video, you'll see that Makiya is lunging for the girl's throat with a knife. Like you can see it, like it's up there by old girl's shoulder. And it looked like if she had another second or two, she could have killed that girl, or could have actually, well, I don't know. She could have stabbed that girl, slit that girl's neck, all right, which could have resulted in a death or whatever the case may be. So in this case, I'm gonna have to say, as of right now, that cop probably saved the other girl's life. Okay, so that's just the way I looked at it from my perspective. You know, what else could he have done? He probably could have got a taser. He probably could have pulled the taser. That's the only thing I could say that he could have did differently, was pull out a taser instead of a knife and tased her, right? But you have to think about it. The taser might not work, right? The taser might get snagged on her clothes and not even make enough contact to actually deliver the voltage. So it's man, I think that, I don't want to say justified or not justified, right? I don't like that word in regards to one human being killing another human being. I want to say he had no other choice than to do something. And he pulled out a gun. Again, the only thing else that he could have done was pull out his taser. And I'm going to say why. You have to see what's going on there. It's not just old girl lunging at her neck, at the other girl's neck, right? It's another boy, another dude, has another girl on the ground right next to the cop, kicking her in the head. So you have to think, okay, so this guy's, he's close enough to the young man kicking the old girl in the head, right? He's close to her. So let's say he had a knife and was lunging for old girl with the knife on the ground, he probably could have just tackled him to stop that from happening, right? But he's too far away from Makiya Bryant to do the same thing. And so you have to understand, he has two different things going on here. He has Makiya Bryant lunging for old girl with a knife, and he has another dude kicking a girl in the head on the ground. So, you know, he's probably caught in indecision, like, which one do I go for? So who do you go for? You're caught you're caught trying to make a decision because you have two people getting attacked by two different people. But then, as you're trying to make that decision, you see the one attacker with a knife. So you have to make a decision at that point. Do I stop this dude from kicking old girl in the head, or do I stop old girl from stabbing the other girl? Which one is more dangerous? So you have to look at things like that. I can't say, as of right now, that this cop was in the wrong. Being completely objective, which is what I try to be I try to be consistently objective when I do these videos. I think he had no other choice than to do something. I can't say that he was in the wrong. That's just the reality of it for me. Now, this is the thing. We have to talk about not having police around. If we didn't have the police, we would have community policing, right? We would have community policing or private police. But let's say we have community policing, because you can have either or. The community, you can have able-bodied people from your community police that community. Of course, you'd have to pay them, right? The people in the community have to pay them because it's their job to make sure that the neighborhood is safe. But they need to survive. They need to eat. So yeah, you would pay these people. You would pay the people within your community. You would, and it's very likely that you know these people, right? The cop showed up, probably didn't know this girl, probably didn't know Makiyah, probably didn't know the other people. But you probably would, as someone who is part of the community police. So now, how would you handle that situation? You have to ask yourself that question, because it gets deeper if that's the case. If you are performing community policing and you know these people, how do you make the decision? You know what I'm saying? So that's a question I asked myself. I said, what would I do in this situation? I probably would have did the same thing that the cop did. I probably would have been quicker to pull out a taser. But then, if the taser didn't work, I would feel like shit. If she was able to kill that girl, I would feel like, damn, I should have did the other thing, right? And you think, what about the leg? Shoot her in the leg, this, that, and third. Yeah, he probably could have shot her in the leg, and she would have dropped and wouldn't be able to use a knife. But that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing you have to understand, these police officers are trained to shoot center mass. If they're pulling out to shoot, they're trained to shoot center mass. I probably would have shot her in the hind parts, right? Shot her in the booty. You know what I'm saying? It was nice. It was right there. It was right there in your face. Big old booty, big old back, whatever. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? She's only 15 years old. But what I'm saying is, there's enough of a target all over her body. Like she was a nice sized girl. She wasn't small. So I probably would have tried to shoot her in her hind parts, to tell you the truth. Now I probably could end up paralyzing her, but shit. Who knows, man? These are things that you have to run through your mind. I probably would have shot her in her hind parts or tried to use a taser. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I mean, that's what I have for it. So yeah, I can't see it any other way right now. Until more information comes out, like, really, what other information do you need? Let's say the other girl started, the girl in the pink. Let's say she started by trying to attack Makiyah. Well, Makiyah apparently had the upper hand. She's chasing no girl around. She's going after her. And while the girl is kind of like retreating in a defensive posture, Makiyah's going forward with a knife. Okay, so you clearly came out on top. Now, why are you pulling out a knife? Why not just body slam her? Why not just punch her in the face? Why you got to go for a knife? That's the question. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. And I'll be talking about this Derek Chauvin verdict very soon, because I got quite a bit to say about that one. You know what I mean? Like, where do we go from here? What does this mean? Why was this verdict reached? There's speculation as to, if it was political or if the jury was afraid, this, that, and the third. So I'll be getting into my thoughts about that. I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm going to do it in a separate video. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. Holla at your boy. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that he had no other choice? Do you think that he should have used a taser? Do you think that he should have tried to tackle her? What do y'all think he should have done? Now remember, He's a good distance away. Not that far of a different distance, but he's a good enough of a distance away to where if he tried to run to stop her by tackling her, I think she would have been successful in making contact with that knife. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all go look at the video. I'm pretty sure it's around somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to find a link to it, and I'll put it in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself. All right? So much love. Peace out. And let's keep marching forward toward freedom.